Please be advised that everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to please do your own research. All media users found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings.
Hi everybody, I hope you're all keeping well. So this is an interim video because obviously I am going to talk about the Invictus Games in the next one, otherwise known as the Harry and Meghan show. But today, yes, I'm filming it on Thursday, the 21st of April. You might not actually see this until Friday, but it's the Queen's birthday today. She is 96 years old. The palace have released a new official portrait. This picture looks absolutely gorgeous. Those horses, wow, they look like almost they could be unicorns. Absolutely stunning photograph. The Queen looking absolutely wonderful. We saw photographs of the Queen being driven away from Windsor on her way to catch the royal helicopter to take her up to the Sandringham estate, where she will be staying in a cottage which was a favourite of Prince Philip. She will be joining family and friends up there later today to celebrate her birthday, the best that the Queen can. Obviously, you know, the Queen has two birthdays, but this is her actual personal birthday. The Queen has naturally had well wishes from all around the world, from the Commonwealth countries, from family and friends. Twitter and social media is awash of wonderful well wishes for Her Majesty on her birthday. The Cambridges did a post where they said that the Queen is an inspiration, and she is. She's the longest reigning monarch in British history who will be celebrating the first ever Platinum Jubilee in the coming weeks. Charles and Camilla shared some beautiful photographs as well, and my personal one is this one. I love this of Charles kissing his mother's hand. It's just a lovely family dynamic, and it's a beautiful, beautiful photograph of mother and son. So what with all the wonderful messages coming in from around the world, it's still being managed to be overshadowed, and this is the reason why I'm doing this video. I'm pissed off. Yes, this is going to be a ranty video because I'm disgusted, if I'm honest with you. Just when you think that Harry can sink no lower, not bad enough has he turned the Invictus Games into the Harry and Meghan show, and the athletes, as far as the media are concerned, have become a bit of a sideshow. It's completely unfair. But no, the coverage clearly wasn't enough for Harry and his ego. He felt that he needed to do another interview with NBC Today, which is an American breakfast TV news show. And he's used it to talk about Princess Diana, you know, his wild card, his favourite. He's also revealed private and intimate details of conversations had with the Queen, which is a big no-no. Harry did this, if you remember, with his father, Gayle King. The day after Prince Philip's funeral, Gayle King managed to have little leaks, didn't she, of conversations between Harry and his dad, and the fact that it was very, very brief between him and William. This is a massive confidential breach, not just for the royal family, but family in general. It's absolutely disgusting that he's done this on the eve of the Queen's birthday. So what did that guarantee? It guaranteed that all of the newspapers the next day on the Queen's birthday was all about Harry, all about Diana, all about Harry's gripes with his family. He just doesn't stop. He doesn't think, and it's made him look even more egotistical and selfish. He could have just simply wished his grandmother a wonderful happy birthday, knowing it would be released. But no, Harry has used this as another chance to throw, they're not even thinly veiled jibes at his family, are they? But I'm going to read through a few of them. And before I start, you know, they're saying that this is all done for Netflix, right? This is all done for the American audiences to lap it up. I find that offensive to Americans. I've got lots of American friends. Hi guys, you that are watching. It's not fair saying that. That's saying what the Americans are stupid. They're not falling for it. They find it equally just as disgusting. There's lots of American veterans that I've heard from and families that find it absolutely appalling what Harry's done to the Invictus Games by doing this. Not just this interview, but the whole Harry and Meghan show. Peter Ford, who is an Australian, and I love the Aussies. Please adopt me, Australia. Please take me and my husband. We'd happily come live there. But they, on their news segment, they were speaking to a reporter called Peter Ford, and he said, it's bollocks. What Harry is talking about in this interview is bollocks. I mean, where do you really start with it? Firstly, you've got the breach, like I said, the confidentiality breach, talking about his private meeting with the Queen. This is a big fat no-no. You don't do that. Especially when your relationship is so rocky with your family because of the Oprah show that left a lot of people open-mouthed. They hadn't even left Windsor before the leak started. Harry and Meghan have met with the Queen. This is their PR that had leaked this. If they wanted to get in and out of Windsor privately, come on. You don't think that they have people go to Windsor, under the radar? And there are rumours that it was done for Netflix because Netflix said they needed their pound of flesh to prove that Harry and Meghan are still in the royal fold. And now that he's done this, it does actually put more weight behind that. So some of the questions that Harry was asked, would he return for the Jubilee? He doesn't know if he's going to return for the Jubilee. That to me screams they're not invited. If they were invited, I really hope that that invite is now rescinded because the public, this is literally taking off. People are so disgusted that Harry has done this yet again. On speaking about the Queen, he said that we have a really special relationship. We can talk about things that she can't talk about with anyone else. Oh, yes, of course, the Queen. The Queen is absolutely only going to trust Harry, not her long-term staff, her aides, her family members, not her sons and her grandchildren that she actually gets to see. No, she's going to trust the man-child that has trashed her life's work on the Commonwealth Trust. Remember, they said that it was to do with colonialism and slavery. The Queen's Commonwealth Trust, it goes to show that those two had no idea of the Queen's life's work. I mean, on Oprah, he trashed the Queen and Prince Philip's parenting, blaming the Queen and Philip for the way that they raised Charles and in turn how Charles raised him. He and Meghan have caused more damage to the monarchy than the whole Wallis and Edward thing. I would say that they've done more damage to the monarchy than the Charles and Diana divorce. At least Diana was still respectful to the monarchy because she didn't want to destroy that because it was her son's future. Harry and Meghan are literally stood there with a box of matches and lighter fluid. They've got a whole tanker of petrol for the royal family, which is the absolute irony because they would have nothing if it was not for the family that he was born into. A prince of the United Kingdom. They literally just trashed the monarchy and the UK. But yes, the Queen absolutely only trusts Harry. If she does actually trust Harry, then I hope that this is the final straw. It's reported that Charles and William at the end of their tether. I personally would have been at the end of my tether with Megxit. We know Prince Philip was because he was so disgusted that he actually walked out of the Sandringham summit before Harry arrived because he could not abide to look at him. When Harry was asked, is he at peace with his life? He went on to ramble about the fact that he can never really be at peace because he's trying to save the world. Honestly, what? This Messiah complex, he has a Messiah complex. So Harry is too busy trying to save the world and it gives him anxiety. Well, this is just this millennial crap, that constant victimhood, isn't it? How exactly are Harry and Meghan saving the world? Virtue signalling. Oh yeah, because that is really making a difference to the world. Harry went on to say that it's so important for him not to burn out. Quite clearly still trying to plug that whole better up thing, the life coaching thing, that he's trying really hard so he doesn't burn out. I mean, anyone that's got a full-time job would probably be screaming at the camera at that, going burn out. With the amount of staff, nannies, literally, you just couldn't make this up. Look at the team of people he's got following him around at every single time. A bunch of yes people. Yes, sir. No, sir. Can I carry your bag, sir? Just unbelievable, isn't it? Harry's trying to use his platform and influence to steer people to try and get help. I'm sorry, but if anyone thinks that Harry's steering them how to get help, he's a walking contradiction of why people should actually make sure that they go see real therapists for a start. I mean, he's trying to steer people. He confessed on Oprah that he couldn't even get his pregnant wife mental health support. He didn't know what to do, and now he's steering people? And another point, that he and Meghan wouldn't have a platform or any influence if it wasn't for the family that he is hell-bent on trying to destroy. He said, we as human beings are compassionate. I mean, seriously. Compassionate to Thomas Markle, to the rest, well, to the whole of Harry's family. Where was their compassion when they were on Oprah when Prince Philip lay dying? He's turned the Invictus Games into a catwalk fashion show for his wife. I mean, literally every day the media has been something to do with Harry and Meghan. I mean, Meghan, this one's quite funny. She actually did the Ukraine flag and she did it upside down and wrote peace across it in red. I mean, Scobie's tried to defend it, saying like, oh, you don't know what an upside down flag means. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it means that you might have actually done it the wrong way round. Nice cover-up try, though. In another one, which will have parents screaming from the rooftops, he said how hard it is working from home with children. I can't even go to that one. It's hard for him. He's trying not to burn out. Again, it's just this constant victimhood. He's trying to sound like he's a normal person. Just call him Harry, remember? As Meghan stood on stage at the Invictus Games introducing her husband by every title possible. The reporter tried to get a little bit edgy, although we know that everything was pre-planned here. Torrance said, "Do you miss your dad and your brother?" Do you know what he said? Look, I mean, for me, I'm just here focused on these guys, meaning the Invictus, and these families, giving it everything I can, 120% to make sure that they have an experience of a lifetime. Wow, what a hero. Whilst obviously every single veteran in front of the cameras is being paraded with Netflix crew, Harry's spending time with people when they've probably got sound and lighting guys, having those deeply emotional, meaningful moments. I mean, you pull the other one. He said that they've now moved their life, meaning royal life. We've now moved that life of service to the States, where we'll continue what we were doing before. Obviously, they just mean complaining and moaning because that's pretty much all they did in the short period that they were senior royals. Now, Harry, naturally, for the American audience, we had the Diana card pulled, and this is where some of it's a little bit creepy, a little bit unhealthy. The reporter asked, does he feel his mother's presence? Yeah, it's constant, more so than ever before. It's almost as if she's done her bit with my brother, and now she's helping me. Got him set up, and now she's helping me set up. Yeah, Harry, get that in. The ghost of my mother's now actually dumped my brother because she's sided with me and she's now helping me. I mean, this is stuff that is actually probably meant for a psychiatrist's couch. I feel her presence in almost everything that I do, but definitely more so in the last 2 years than ever before. Let me think about that. Why do you possibly think that he could be feeling his mother's presence than ever before? It's a whole different level of unhealthy. I think about my dad. I miss my dad. And I have moments when I'm walking along the beach with my dogs. And I have those moments where I think, you know, I miss my dad. And I think, oh, he might be here with me. I hope he's watching over me and stuff. But they're fleeting moments. The fact that Harry's like, yeah, every day my mum's here watching over me. Every single thing that I do. She's not looking over William anymore. She's done with William. I mean, this is a whole different level of unstable. Again, with what he said about the Queen, about the fact that the Queen only confides in Harry. He's the only person that she can trust. I mean, seriously, no one in their right mind can actually believe this. Harry had the actual audacity to say that he only visited the Queen, right? He went out of his way to visit the Queen to make sure that she's protected and she's got the right people around her. Of course, the Queen has got the right people around her. She's got long-term loyal staff that gave up actually seeing their family throughout the pandemic so they could make sure the Queen was protected in a COVID bubble. She's got her children, her grandchildren that take the time to see her. Harry is all the other way over in America. He's not even taken the time to introduce his daughter to her. We've nicked the name. Sorry, they asked the Queen's permission first. Yeah, pull the other one. How can Harry say that he's protecting the Queen? All he's done is attack the monarchy. Like I said, everything, her life's work, Oprah. He's protecting the Queen. He did that to her when her husband was dying. He didn't even come over to see her a few weeks ago for Prince Philip's memorial. It's not like Harry and Meghan go, oh, well, maybe we should save on private jets because we're coming over in a couple of weeks for the Invictus. It shows that Harry could quite easily get on a plane and come over. This is the whole thing with Harry, and this is what's irked me. The pressure and the stress that they have caused the Queen. From Megxit. Remember Megxit? They literally didn't have conversations with Charles and the Queen. They blindsided them, which goes to show, oh, they'd apparently been telling the royal family how unhappy they were. Well, if that was true then, why did the Queen and Prince Charles only get 10 minutes notice before they went public to the media? They didn't even have enough respect and decency to speak to the Queen before they decided to drop that atomic bomb. They then went on to make demands of the Queen despite everything that was given to them. The taxpayer-funded wedding, they wanted to be senior royals. Meghan was going to hit the ground running. She didn't want to have a couple of years just being Harry's wife and learning the ropes. She got given so much privilege by that family, and then they completely trashed them. There's never been an ounce of gratefulness. From interviews to the Oprah shows, which, you know, he lied to the Queen about. That was supposed to be about veterans, the me you can't see. It was about Harry. You had podcasts, you've had leaks from friends, you've had all of the stories that these two have done, and they have just pushed the fact that they were truly victims stuck inside this awful, awful institution that is the monarchy, headed by his grandmother, and Harry's protecting the Queen. He's concerned about the people that are around her. For him to have done this interview on the eve of the Queen's birthday has proved one thing and one thing only to me. And the sad state of affairs as it is, the only person that the Queen seems to be needing protecting from these days is actually her grandson. I'm truly disgusted at it, and I know so many of you are as well. I just hope this is the final straw with the royal family. He cannot be trusted, and he shouldn't be allowed to spend any time alone with the Queen going forward. Grandmother or not, he's completely betrayed her yet again. So that's it for me on this video, guys. I will be back with you. I will be working on the Invictus Games video for you, aka the Harry and Meghan show. So I will see you very soon. Take care for now.
If you like my video, please remember to like and subscribe. Please, angry typist, you will be blocked, so save your fingers the time. If you would like to buy me a coffee, please go to my About page and click the link. Love, Taz.